Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, the journey has not been easy, right from the book of Genesis, Exodus, and now we're going to the book of Leviticus in various languages. And there have been a lot of ups and downs, and it's not been easy. But to God be the glory, we are still moving. Without further ado, I'll proceed with the introductions of the book of Leviticus. There is an introduction to the book of Leviticus, which will be starting with Pidgin. But do not forget, we also have all languages. It's not one, it's not two, it's not three. But there is a saying from the same word. It said, precept upon precept, line upon line, which means a little there, a little there. So if I'm to proceed, I'm going to have to follow everything with precisions, little by little, like that. Do not forget, we have a lot of messages to bring for you, to bring to you guys. And I believe that in the end of days, we will not be wrong, whatever we're doing in this life. In the end of time, we will all not be wrong. Because my aim of bringing this book in Pidgin is because our people are really going into the dark realms. And it has crumbled a lot of destinies. A lot of destinies has been crumbled. A lot of destiny has been scrapped to the ground. And for this cause, I tend to come out to make sure I'm able to convert it in our Pidgin language so that a lot of people will be able to understand. The English version is also there. It's been there even before my forefathers were born. So, to set everything straight, we all started from the book of Genesis in Pidgin language. We proceed to the book of Exodus, and now the book of Exodus is ending, and now we're proceeding to the book of Leviticus. So, the realms, the world in which we live today, is not the kind of world that we all think it is. We are not perfect people, and we can never be perfect till we leave this world. But we will all be perfect if we believe that He sent His Son to you. Now, a lot of people will argue with me, but I'm not here for an argument. I'm here to convert the languages into the part in which I can, into the part in which the one that is in me is leading. So, if you are in support of the motion that says we should keep going and converting them to our fathers, to our mothers, to the ones that is in the village, the one that have not yet gotten the messages, then all I need from you guys is your support. I need you guys to support me, share my videos, encourage me. You understand? There are a lot of ways in which you can encourage a man. A man cannot be perfect without encouragement. So sometimes there is no pain or there is no drawing back when you try to advise your own fellow person. When somebody is falling into a dish, we got to come together to remove that person from the dish so that we will be able to go into light. And that is why I am trying to convert these messages in whichever language I can convert it to before I leave this world, because this world is not where I belong. Because I know I speak like this, but most of you would not understand why I speak. Because the flesh weighs a lot of things down. The flesh crumbles the chosen ones. The flesh is not a toy game. The flesh is, let me use lesser power, but it's so powerful. You know what that means? But there's an higher power, which is a part of the Almighty God. So without further ado, I'll be going into the Pidgin language right now, and I'll be giving the introductions from the book itself. When I'm done with that, the book of Leviticus 1 begins automatically. Thank you very much for listening to my message, and God bless you guys. Now I proceed. All right. The introduction to the book of Leviticus. You see, Leviticus, now the third book where Moses writes. This, now the law book, when God gives Israel people when they come from Egypt. God will guide the people until they reach and enter Canaan land, where He promised them. Although Leviticus not only talk about only the works when Levi people go do, but He still talk about the service for the tabernacle to priest and out of the kingdom. They do too. And I Levi people, they assist them. Now Exodus will give the direction of how they go to build the tabernacle, and Leviticus give the laws and regulation of how they go take worship for there. There's the rules on how they go take do all the sacrifice to clean their self. The main laws, the days where they holy, the Sabbath year and the Jubilee year, they give these laws when Israel people did for my Sinai, for the wilderness, and our God show Moses how Israel people, their leaders and their soldiers go take a worship. And that is the introduction to the book of Leviticus. Automatically, the book of Leviticus will commence from chapter 1 right now. The next verse you'll be hearing now is the book of Leviticus in Pidgin English. And now I proceed. The book of Leviticus, chapter 1, Pidgin English. God called Moses, come tell him, from the tabernacle, say, make you go pay the people, say, when anybody will sacrifice animal, give God. If he using cattle, sheep, or goats, if you are burnt offering from the animals, he must bring man home where they keep from tabernacle, so that God go accept them. He go put your hand for the animal head, and God go accept them as sacrifice to take forgiving sin. Then go kill the animal for there, and the priest will be here or so will give God the blood, come put them for the first side, for the altar, when they for the 10th gate. Then the person, when they give the offering, go remove the animal skin, come put on small, and the priest go arrange and light firewood near the altar. Then go with all the animal part for inside, plus the head and the fat. The man, when they give the offering, must wash the animal intestine and legs. And the priest go burn everything for the altar. God like this food offering, smell well. If the man they give one sheep or goat, it must be man own where they give. He go kill am for the left side for the altar, and the priest go put the animal blood for the first side of the altar. After the man don cut am small, the priest go come put all the animal part, plus him head and fat for fire. The man when they give the offering must wash the animal intestine and legs. Then the priest go burn everything for the altar. God like this food offering smell well. If the man wan give bread as burnt offering, he must be doing for pigeon. The priest must offer am for the altar. He go twist him neck, come burn him head for the altar. He go remove the blood, come put am for the altar side. He go remove the intestine and all the things wey dey inside, come throw away them for the east side, for the altar, when they put the arches. He go hold the feather, come seal the body open. He no go allow the feather fall comot. Then he go burn everything for the altar. God like this food offering smell well. Thank you guys for listening to the book of Leviticus.